It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Wasting no time. He's going to go deep on the first play. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play. A little early nerves on the part of that receiver. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys in my era would tell you it was a game that was the most heated but the most respected because of the way you were recruited by both schools. There was the Woody, there was the Bo influence on the rivalry. But I think in the new social media era, I think it's more about hatred for the two schools. From both sides, it's just a different feel. We'll feel that today when these teams go at it.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. Makes the catch. It's Webb. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line. The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on the opening drive from their own territory. Trying for a 4th down completion. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work from the 44.
Oh, just a tough way to start this game for this offense. Throwing an interception on their very first drive. Now, see how their own defense will do, but they cannot panic, make a couple adjustments, and get ready next time they get the ball.
They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka, and Tyrone Wheatley, and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. It's not the way you want to start. 1st down and 20 now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the freshman brings him down quickly. You'll recall the last time they played, the Wolverines won a very close game. That has not been forgotten in Columbus for a single minute since then.
No, and if I remember right, it was the Michigan defense that really stepped up and prevailed and led them to a close victory the last time out. Let's see what happens today if the Buckeyes offense can make the adjustments.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the 1st down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's looking to scramble. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. The Wolverines come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Not much on that play, brought down short. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Looking to scramble. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Touchdown, Ohio State. Strong game by this quarterback.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Now rolling out to his left. He's got it for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne, going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
Quick pass, the catch is made. Tackle made after the completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Running through the tackle. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Ah, this is great. This is what the great ones do. Uses his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner. Got a pretty good gain out of it, too.
Defense will make the stop and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Michigan 0.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Try and muscle for the first down. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Well, the offense failed earlier in a 4th down attempt. They'll try it again here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver makes the catch. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
They'll hand it off. Finding space at the 20. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. And the Wolverines hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you can score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? On first down, it's play action. He's running out of time here. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Handoff from the shotgun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Picks up 4. Third down coming.
So it's third and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Excellent protection all day to throw. Flings it now to the left. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score. The Buckeyes line up on first and 10 now. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Pressure is coming. Down he goes. A sack.
Well, they give up a huge pass play, and they come back with a sack on the very next play. This defense was hoping to stop the bleeding, and they do so with that sack.
A handoff to the back. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. The defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's fourth down.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. He's moving out of the pocket. Gets rid of it on the move. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. First down here for this offense. Here's the option play. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Breaks loose at the 40. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Send the back in motion. The quarterback's got it on the option. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. It's a shotgun run call. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back that has given this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
The Wolverines are in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Got a lane. Can he get in? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And he knocks it right through. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Well, that's just a miscommunication here. That's busted coverage by the defense. There's no way you can leave a receiver that open. More problem for the offense is the quarterback misses the throw. That's a touchdown.
Wide receivers got it on a shovel pass. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a 1st down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. The offense really clicking here. 1st down, looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's moving out of the pocket now. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Oof, the risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, but what will be the play call?
One more play before they head to the locker room. 4th down, he's throwing for it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. On the run, going to heave it downfield. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Michigan offense back out on the field. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Caught in the flat by the running back. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And here's the handoff. Gets into space at the 50. They can't stop him. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Catch made on the left side. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. He hands it off from the gun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. That puts him on top in the second half. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. Can they bounce back here? That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
This crowd is trying to make a difference in this football game and cheering on their defense, and that play right there will make everybody take a seat. What a great job of converting here.
Handoff here from the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Gets some space around the 30. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to try the extra point. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. The kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. Offense is back on the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Off the play fake on first down. He's moving out of the pocket, and he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. And this pass is caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
They're going to run it here. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
An empty backfield on 2nd and short. And the back now goes in motion. They're going to run the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Third down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
In other schools around the country, Slippery Road 49, Gannon University.
They will go for it again here on 4th down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
And he's tackled after the catch.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. No chance to catch it.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the extra point was up and good. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And looking to throw now on first down. And the junior able to get home with the sack. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Looking for a gap. It's Irvin. In the clear at the 25. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they'll set up for the PAT. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Turner trying to create good field position. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Michigan offense comes back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's going to pull it down and run. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Well, the defense better start adjusting and realizing the RPO is coming at them. Feels like they're just sitting back, worried about the potential big play through the air. Meanwhile, this offense is running the ball right down their throat.
Play action here on first down. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
What a call with a play action down inside the 5-yard line. Completely froze the defense. Their eyes were in the backfield, locked in on the quarterback. They lost focus on where he might be throwing the football. Made it an easy read for the quarterback and a touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Receiver makes the grab.
You see more and more offenses in college football going with 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
And completion makes it second and short. They'll run it from the gun. He's found some room at the 45. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Second down after that completion. The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Extending the play now. Scrambles out of bounds to avoid contact. He's going to be short of the marker.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He lets it go. Over the middle. It's Irvin. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a first and goal from the 8. They attack the deep middle of this defense to come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the
touchdown, Ohio State. This offense is still clicking. When you break down the matchup for 2 excellent teams, this is exactly what you would have expected.
Well, in fact, all week, you and I have been talking about this game and what we thought might happen and how it might play out. This is what we thought. We thought we'd see a close game, 2 evenly matched opponents, but now you've got one team that has a chance to get a last-second score at the very end to win it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. It's a quick shovel pass. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Back in motion now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. Look at him on film all week. The defensive coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Can he get there on the ground? And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. A running play called on fourth down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Trying to extend the play. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Makes a quick catch.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down. The offense spends a timeout here. There are 16 seconds remaining. The Buckeyes will have first and 10 here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. So first and 10, our first play of overtime. Here comes a handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And they'll stop him after a short gain. So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential four-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. Receiver makes the catch. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a fourth and short. They've already gone for it 4 times and converted twice. Here comes a fifth. Trying for a fourth down completion. Going for his running back. Finds his man, has the first down. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. So here we go. The offense has first and goal here in overtime. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They strike first in overtime. And now for the crucial extra point to push the lead to 7 in OT.
Man, it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. but give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. Takes the ball and heads to the left. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Third and long in obvious 4-down territory. They'd love to at least get a chunk of it here. Looking to throw it on third and very long. And he'll loft it to the end zone. It's intercepted. A crucial overtime mistake. And that'll seal it. An interception to end the game.
Oh, no. Oh, that is a tough decision by this quarterback. What a mistake. And now it's simply the kicking game. This defense better come out and be ready either to get a turnover or push this line of scrimmage back as far as they can.
In these overtime games, Kirk, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of college football for the season. To me, it felt like an instant classic and one that fans should remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.